Andy, a mixed bag of results this week. We'll start with Chelsea. A great response after a couple of tough fixtures.
Yeah, and I think that was the watchword going into the Chelsea game was how good could our response be, and certainly in the first 45 minutes it was fantastic level of performance we put in and deservedly went in 1-0 ahead. Probably the only frustration from the first half was the fact that we didn't go in 2 or 3 goals ahead. And then obviously second half we get the second goal and I actually thought we were going to make a game comfortable for ourselves for a change. And then 2 set plays caused us problems, and obviously Chelsea get back into the game and it's 2-2, but then a huge amount of character shown by the players. So then I think in that position most teams probably would have got beat, but then they actually responded really well, and a great counter attack from us, and young Shani got herself on the score sheet. So a lot of positives from that game because of, as you say, a lot of disappointments with the earlier games in August, but to come back and respond like that was really pleasing.
Then obviously a good chance to build some momentum against Birmingham, but it didn't quite work out that way.
Yeah, and again that was probably the second watchword going into the Birmingham game, was now building a little bit of consistency and momentum. And again, the first half performance, probably after the first 10-15 minutes where Birmingham come really flying out the traps, we then control the first half of the following 30 minutes, and we took a 1-0 lead, a great finish again from Nikita, who's obviously just come back from international duty, and a really good finish from her. And then second half, Birmingham, which they traditionally do, go very direct, long balls into the box, and we've defended probably 95% of them. And then there's just one we haven't dealt with a free kick, and it's been bundled in. And then obviously the game stretches out a little bit in the last sort of 10 minutes of a game, and we just got caught out just with our defensive line, and obviously the girls actually took it quite well. So disappointed with the results, but I said to the players after the game, the level of performance was very pleasing. It's just now cutting out, I suppose, those 1 or 2, I wouldn't really class them as mistakes, but 1 or 2 situations where we put ourselves under that pressure and potentially concede some goals.
Perhaps should have taken a point against Birmingham with a disallowed goal.
Yeah, that was disappointing given my understanding of the rules or the laws of the game as they're known, is that you give the advantage to the attacking team as much as possible. We've had a free kick, we've hit the crossbar, Jill's headed it in, and the referee has decided to pull it back because of encroachment from the wall. So obviously that's disappointing because it was such a good free kick in the first place, and Jill reacted really well. But obviously if the referee's decided to bring it back, then we can't change that now.
You've had to sign a new goalkeeper. She made a strong debut against Birmingham.
Yeah, and huge credit to Megan. She only actually signed on the morning of the game, and then to come in and perform like she did was a huge credit to her. She's only a young keeper, part of the under-19 squad, and she actually was named on the bench, but Rachel took an injury during the warm-up, and so then she stepped in with literally 5 minutes notice. So maybe that was a good thing in the respect she didn't have much time to think about it, and she actually performed like a 30-year-old seasoned professional player, in the sense of she was really composed, calm, and yeah, I would say couldn't be really satisfied with her performance.
She of course replaces Lizzie Durek in the squad, who was magnificent in her time here.
Yeah, again Lizzie, I can't speak highly enough of the impact she brought to the squad in terms of on and off the pitch. She's such a great character, and obviously her performances on the pitch were just top class all the way through, and kept us in many a game, and I think she's got a big future ahead of her, and obviously her education's important as well, and she's gone off to Harvard, but I think we'll see her again at Everton, and how soon that is we'll see, but certainly we'll be keeping up to date with Lizzie, see how she's getting on, and certainly someone we'd like to see back at Everton at some stage, because she's a fantastic keeper and a fantastic person.
Lots of games in a short space of time now. How important is it for you to manage the girls right in this time?
Yeah, the way the fixtures are, and I think it's been well documented. I don't think the FA have got the schedule and the fixtures right. you know, to kind of have such long breaks and then 3 games in 6 days like we're facing at the moment, which then equates to 5 games in 15 days, just results in players getting injured, which we've happened to us, players in a fatigue state, which is happening to us. But we've got a squad of players, and obviously, you know, I've always said the power of the squad will be important to us, and none more so during a spell like we're currently facing. So, you know, come Saturday in our next game, I'm sure there'll be a few changes just to get some fresh legs into the team, and obviously there'll be a few knocks from our previous 2 matches.
And that game is, of course, against Doncaster Rovers, and that will be a tough afternoon despite their league standing.
Yeah, I think again, they certainly last 2 performances have shown, you know, they've had a really good response to, you know, 2 heavy defeats, and they've come back and, you know, against Arsenal competed really well for a large spells of the game, and only got beat 3-1, and then played Liverpool last night and only got beat 2-0, and I think they conceded the second one in about the 86th minute. So that shows me that, you know, it's going to be a tough game for us. We've already obviously played them ourselves, drawn with them at home, and beat them away in the Continental Cup. So we certainly know we'll face a tough Doncaster side.